Hello everybody, welcome to another guide and tutorial for the golden shot. Difficulty level is hard, and yes, we have another golden shot. This is not the Monday that we usually get a version to play, and this is a very special version as now you're able to win a special ball called the Flamingo ball, which is a win 5 ball. We're gonna take a little closer look at that one as well during the video. But I would say that this is definitely a perfect situation for those of you that with a very limited spending want to get yourself some balls. Following the guide here in hard, but also following the guide in medium will give you a very good chance to stock up with this ball that can be used in many different situations, in especially tournaments. Before we take a closer look at everything, make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you that are looking for guides for the St. Patrick's Day tournament that is currently being played, then you go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. We also have the tour rotation that came that got live today. We are obviously updating our tour guide, so if you're looking for tour guide for tour 7 up to tour 13, we have that as well. Sign up and at patreon.com/golfclashtommy. You can also use the QR code in the golden shot guide. All right, golden shot. And we do have the Sunshine Glades, which is one that we have had one time before, but that was back in 2018. So this one has been completely revamped, and I do believe we have something really solid for you all. I played this one, there's some extra shots than what I normally do, and I've got to play every single wind angle that I've suggested in the guide. Some of them a lot, some of them a couple of times. And I've been getting, as worst, a yellow ring with the suggested tweaks that we do have in the guide. So I do feel very confident, but at the same time, you never know. You need to do everything correct in terms of pull angle, center the ball, and stuff like that. All right, for the hole-in-one, we do have the Flamingo balls, which is a ball that we're gonna take a look at actually now. Let's go and do that. The Flamingo ball is a backspin boost ball. First and foremost, we have backspin boost 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a power 1, side spin 5, wind resistance 5, and backspin boost 4. A ball that can be used in many scenarios in a tournament, all from par 3s obviously to par 4s, but even to some par 5s where you can reduce the wind. You have all the side spin, and also the backspin boost is a super helpful thing to have in many situations. All right, so hole-in-one chest is the Flamingo chest, where we do get the Flamingo balls. Then we do have the Amber chest as the yellow ring, and we have Crimson chest as the red ring. We do have Aqua chest as the light blue ring, and Cobalt chest for the dark blue ring. In every chest you will win the Flamingo ball, so it doesn't matter where you end up, just that you end up inside the dark blue ring, or yeah, anyone else that any other ring that you can see there on the screen. But now let's take a look at the landing positions that we're going to use, and this is the one that we're going to use in tailwind, which is the most difficult one in my opinion, as we do in general want to bounce on the pad further back, but as we will be in between clubs in tailwinds, we have to be a bit innovative when playing a rough bump with the yellow ring slightly outside the rough line, with the ball guideline pointing towards the line in between the dark and the bright green square row. We're following the VPR table to the right, that is the yellow and the red, as you can see there as well. Playing from this range, we're playing mid with no elevation with our golden wood club. When it comes to the headwind, which is the one that I would classify as the best one to get, because this is gonna give you the most solid chance for a hole-in-one and the inner rings every single time. Here we do have at absolute min line, yellow ring by the rough line. Very simple. We're playing min with no elevation with our wood club, and we are following the VPR table, that is the yellow and the green that you can see there to the right hand side. But now let's take a look at the videos that I have for you all, and we start with a wind that is direct headwind, I would say, more or less direct headwind. So at min line, yellow ring by the rough line. And here I'm using 1 backspin and 0.8 left spin. Sorry, 1 top spin and 0.8 left spin, obviously. 6.9 miles per hour. We are going to make an adjustment that is 2.7 rings. And as always, when it comes to the golden shot, and just in general with my way of playing, I then pull over bullseye. Center the ball, hit perfect, and this will get you very close. You can see here now that in headwind we land nicely on the pad. You can hit greats on either side, and I do think a great ball will most definitely give you a chest as well. Short in line, absolutely disgusting, but we are getting one of the inner rings, and the crimson chest it is, as we've already been getting the amber chest. 7 flamingo balls in that chest. That's honestly, that's a lot. Now we do have a tailwind, and we're gonna look here now to have the yellow ring slightly outside with the tip of the ball guideline to point in between the bright and the dark green square row. And this is the difficult part here, that we have somewhat a floating landing spot. It's very difficult for us in this scenario to find a solid max line or min line, because we don't have enough backspin to land on the fairway that is past the rough, and we are in between clubs if we're bouncing on the pad further back. So this is the way to go, even though I do not really like it. Mid no elevation is what we are playing, which is 2.2 rings in this scenario, and we're using top spin here to when we hit the rough, to roll up onto the green and getting ourselves once again short in line. Need a little bit more top spin for that, but at least one of the inner rings. And to be fair though, if getting an hole-in-one in the tailwind angles, I would say that that's a bonus. Getting one of the inner rings, like the yellow or the red, and even the light blue, should be considered to be okay in the tailwind angles, as the landing position is so difficult to find. Now, headwind again, yellow ring by the rough line, and we are looking to add some spins. And when it comes to the southwest or right to left with headwind, what I've noted down, what we should be having: 0.9 top spin and 0.9 left spin. 5 miles per hour, low wind again, and we are pulling over the bullseye, giving ourselves 2 rings to adjust. Center the ball and hit perfect. And this one will once again be very close for us. So bounce on the fairway, and it rolls up here, and we're having good speed, but just right. I mean, we're definitely burning the edges here to a start, but that's what you always do when it comes to dialing in shots. But you can see as well with the flamingo ball, we're getting a lot just by getting a chest. I mean, getting four of them in one of the outer chests is truly something that is extremely good. I would say we can even make a mistake and we can still get that, because with the guide here, I'm not gonna say it's it automatically gives you a chest, but it gives you an extremely good chance with your free shot, and also with, if you invest for paid shots, that you can stock up a lot with the flamingo ball. Now 6.3, this is more or less a direct crosswind. As you can see there, we're pulling at the min line, which is just telling us that we do have a direct crosswind here. 0.7 top spin with 1.2 left spin. Ball bounce on the fairway, up onto the green. Can we get this one to drop? Maybe a little bit hot this time, but still getting the hole in one, and the flamingo chest. Let's see what we're getting besides the 12 flamingo balls that we do have here. 12 balls, that's a lot. And 16 Thor's hammer cards on that makes that chest to be, in my opinion, extremely good. Now, when coming left to right with headwind, setting up at min line with yellow ring by the rough line, then we're gonna add spin. Here I've noted down 0.9 top spin, and gonna be 1 left spin. 5.1 miles per hour is 2 rings. You can see when we're playing the min numbers, it's not really gonna be much that are changing with the values in the table. Always pulling over the bullseye. So we're pulling over the bullseye, getting the 2 rings, center the ball to hit perfect, And once again, we do have a very good chance to get an hole-in-one. And as I've said throughout the videos here, in headwind and crosswind, it's gonna be, you're gonna be lethal there. It's gonna be a scenario where the hole-in-one is definitely in play all the time, where the tailwind angles are a bit finicky. But again, we don't really have much choice than playing the rough bump, as we do not have enough backspin, and we will be in between clubs if we have to back up on the pad. Thor's Hammer cards again with 9 Flamingo balls for the yellow ring. Absolutely brilliant. So there you do have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Sunshine Glades. And we're going to take a look at the text guide that we have created during the afternoon here, Monday the 13th of March. Made, as always, by Tony Richardson. And we do have the text guide link in the description down below. You can also find the text guide on golfclashtommy.com/golden shot. Have in mind that some parts on the website is not working accurately, as we do have an issue at the hosting company, which is something we are waiting for them to solve. But the Golden Shot page you can access just as normal. All right. Looking at the green ones to start with, which is on the left side, from inline, yellow ring by the rough, and then we do have the spins for that, which is direct crosswind left to right, 0.7 top spin, 1.2 left spin, wind coming left to right with a headwind, 0.9 top spin, 1 left spin, direct headwind, 1.1 top spin, 0.8 left spin, wind coming right to left with headwind, 0.9 top spin, 0.9 left spin, wind coming right to left, direct crosswind, 0.7 top spin, and 1 left spin. Now, looking at the blue here, which is then what was red when you saw it on the screen when I was taking my shot. Yellow ring, overlapping rough ball guide to point towards the bright slash dark green square divide line. And this is the tailwind here to be specifying that as well. And there you see it, straight tailwind, 3 top spin, 0.3 right spin, wind coming left to right with tailwind, 3.1 top spin, and then right to left tailwind, 3.1 top spin. Scan the QR code on the text guide and make sure to get the best guides on the market for tour play and tournament play. We have guides rolling out for the St. Patrick's Day tournament, also currently working on updating the tour guides for Tour 7 up to Tour 13. There we do have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how many Flamingo balls you got by playing as per guide in the comment section down below. Thank you so much once again for watching. A massive good luck in this special version of the Golden Shot.